All right, guys. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Michigan for the NASCAR iRacing Series. I am JD Smith, Kane Craft with me. Let's jump to the chase. We are in action right now, currently under lap 13 of 100 tonight, and I'm not going to do anything crazy. Let's get straight to the action. Kane, welcome to the show. We are starting on the 14th lap right now, and it's been nothing but action since the drop of the green flag. Taylor Hurst has been the car to beat. The 4 car sits out in front. He has nothing but clean air and beautiful Michigan sky to enjoy as it is open track for Taylor Hurst. Behind him, it is Ryan Michael Luza in the Infinite Creative Solutions Chevrolet. He is back there in second. In third, it's a great battle going on right now between Jarl Taheen and Justin Bolton. And Taheen just made the pass in the number 10 Chevrolet. However, the number 2 Alliance machine going to come back on a rebound and try to reclaim third place. It's a race to the start-finish line. And it's going to be a great job from Justin Bolton to regain the position momentarily. In fourth, I mentioned, was Jarl Taheen as they battle back and forth. Here comes Kevin King to round out the top 5. That is where we're at here on lap 15 of 100.
It's been a while since we've seen Taylor Hurst here in action in the NASCAR iRacing Series. His last time here was I believe, the win at Watkins Glen. But I'm not positive about that. But good to see him back in action here at Michigan. He does find himself out in front early on in this race.
Boy, lots of stuff. We have been green since the drop of the green flag. And looks like we're going to have a lot of that tonight. I would like to think so. And we'll keep watching. Nicholas Johnston is the number 22 car. He is currently in the Speed RC Chevrolet back there in 6th place, working lonely. But good speed from the 22 car. Behind him, it is a little fun race between Nicholas Shelton, Christian Challoner, and then a good battle between Todd Guerin and Bobby Zielinski. Also, Keegan Leahy in the mix.
Looks like a lot of good battles here tonight at Michigan. I think this is going to be an exciting night of racing. 100 laps here today.
Should be right now. Keegan Leahy's got his work cut out for him right now. He's got 2 cars right there coming up with lots of pressure. Todd Guerin in the number 13 Toyota Camry. And behind him, it's Alan Bowes and the sweet-looking number 11 Toyota. He just made it around Guerin there. Here he comes with a great momentum run. He went in a little hot on entry, though, and that could cause some problems because here comes Todd Guerin. Going to make a little contact here down the backstretch. Not much, just a little bit of a push there as both of these Toyotas continue to race down Keegan Leahy.
Of course, if you guys don't remember, Todd Guerin, last week's winner at Bristol Motorsports Park. A great victory for Todd last week. I'll be anxious to see how he does here today at Bristol, or at Michigan, rather.
Boy, now we got the Black Adder machine coming up behind Leahy. That's Christian Challoner in the number 14 Toyota. We got a lot of Toyotas up here in the top 10 tonight, loaded with Chevrolets and Toyotas. In fact, to find your first Ford, you're going to have to go all the way back to the 12th position where Joey Israelson has just been passed by the number 27 Toyota Camry of Joseph Galata, and the Gale Force Racing 27. He has moved up another slot. Actually, no, he's not. I apologize. I assumed that we were all on the lead lap. No, we are not. Joseph Galata is a lap down, but he is regaining spots. Obviously, he has fresh tires on. He must have had to come in for a stop as he tries to gain everything back that is lost. Also, Bobby Zielinski is another one that has lost a lead lap. He's in a Ford as well. So, lots of time to make up those spots for both of those drivers. They can get back on the lead lap, no problem. They keep their heads high. In fact, Bobby Zielinski's on the move right now. He just made it around Justin Bolton, who's in third. And the way that they're moving, it looks like our leaders are standing still. We've only put about 19, almost 20 laps on the tires. I'm really surprised at the speed differential with these tires after only 20 laps.
Up at the front, Ryan Michaeluza has taken that #1 spot away from Taylor Hurst, and not only has he taken the spot, but he's pulled away by several car lengths.
Good for him to get up there, get a little taste of fresh air, and that car did run down him in no time, because it was a really big start for our lead, or for the former leader, Taylor Hurst. He had that 4-car out there, and really cool looking 4-car, like the livery there, or excuse me, paint scheme. I apologize. I've been in Formula One world, and now I have to get back into the wonderful world of NASCAR. But really, really cool paint scheme for Taylor Hurst. He always has the ultimate bingo thing going on, but just a really cool paint. If you can get a close-up view on it, really cool. Almost looks like graffiti on the side of the car. I can see a guy playing a saxophone and all kind of crazy stuff. Just a unique paint scheme.
There's Bobby Zielinski going to the inside. He's just 1 spot away from getting his lap back. Well, no, still 2. He didn't get around Taylor there. Thought he was going to.
And it won't be long, but the only thing that the problem is, if you're Bobby Zielinski, is you've got to get up there now, because it won't be but about another 2 to 3 laps, and those tires will kind of iron out, and they will be about the same as the leaders. So he should start to slow down as he's trying to run down the #1 Infinite Creative Solution Chevrolet of Ryan Michaeluza. And not to say that it can't happen, it's just going to make it a little more challenging for Bobby Zielinski. Bobby's in need of a good run. He's had some great runs in the past couple weeks, but it just seems like in the past races he's had little things that got in the way and made his race a bit more higher obstacles to climb. So I'm hoping that he can get his lap back and fight back. Obviously the car has good pace.
Yeah, his cars always seem like they're good and fast. He just catches some bad luck, it seems like, toward the end of the races. It seems like almost every week we're seeing him do a great job, but then bad luck strikes him toward the end of the race. I would love to see him have a great race, get all the way through the thing with no bad luck.
Here comes the 27. That's another one that we talked a minute ago. He was lost on the lead lap as well. Coming up around Bobby Zielinski right now, going to get around the leader as well. That's Joseph Galata, the other car that was a lap down. And Bobby Zielinski should follow. He does. So they are back on the lead lap. If they can maintain out in front of Luza, they should do that no problem. Look at the racing going on between these guys that were previously a lap down, continuing to battle it out here. And Bobby Zielinski did not like Galata getting in front of him like that. He wants it back. He wants to get back out in front. And he's got his work cut out, because that Gale Force Toyota Camry is moving and grooving.
Looks like Taylor Hurst in the pits as well. Might have overshot his pit box. As I clicked to the camera, it looked like he was going backwards.
Kane, just a little update here. Got a few guys in pit road right now. Robbie Vrabel Jr. in, as well as Richard Towler, who just came in the pit stall as well. Adam Benefiel in pit road. Also Taylor Hurst down pit road as well. And as you know, Kane, Taylor Hurst was leading the race. So our green flag to stops already coming underway. It looks that way.
Yeah, taking a look at Richard Towler now. Richard Towler, a name that we'll all probably remember if you followed the series a couple years ago. A very popular driver several years ago. Haven't really seen his name in the iRacing service for a while.
Oh,
so good to see him back.
Good move from Jeremy Davis. We're going to make up several spots here. The 29 car is on the move. He's got down in between. He's going to try to cut the 8 car and Alan Bowes. May get it done. Look, he's going to take the high side. He's going to follow the 8 car. They're going to get around Keegan Leahy here. And Kane, they are moving and grooving. Fresh tires. No, I mean, he's in 7th spot. Jeremy Davis has got fresh tires, and they are boogieing, man. I would get in that pit road. They're losing time like he's staying out. The lap time differential is just insane.
Yeah,
I'm
those guys
amazed
definitely, when they come out of pit road, you wouldn't think that on a track as big as Michigan it would have that big of an effect, but it
Yeah.
definitely does.
I would not a million years think that it would matter that much here, but it is, I mean, just tremendous differential with those fresh tires. Taylor Hurst back out. Remember, he was in pit road a moment ago. He's enjoying some fresh tires on the number 4 Chevy and trying to put down some fancy lap times. Last lap, 37.6. He is booking it. And that is just the type of time that Taylor had earlier in the race, or better yet, before the race started, as the number 4 car did qualify in second. He just missed out on the pole. The pole was set by Ryan Michael Luza, for those that were wondering. He was the pole sitter for today's race, and he does remain in the lead. However, he's about that time for him to start coming down pit road pretty soon. We should see the Infinite Creative Solutions Chevy heading down pit road within the next couple laps, you'd think. He's not going to do it this time.
Still some serious racing going on back behind those guys. Nicholas Johnston, Nicholas Shelton having a great race for 3rd place. I imagine these guys be planning a pit stop as well.
And Dylan Jones heading down pit road, had to scrub off some speed there right before the timing line. Hopefully didn't get popped with a speeding penalty. And he's headed down pit road right now. Also, let's see who else is going to try to go down pit road right now. Doesn't look like nobody right at the moment. Oh, here we got us Jarl Taheen coming down, and several guys in this group. Alan Bowes in the mix. Also, the 10 car, that's Jarl Taheen. And Brandon Coppinger. So we got some big pit stops underway right now. Under the green flag, on their way racing out right now. Boy, I tell you what, it's so hard to control the camera on pit road when you're trying to watch somebody. There goes Curl. He just made his way out. And here's a good race coming down pit road right now. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Alan Bowes on the way out behind him. Brandon Coppinger in the mellow yellow 26. Love the old days of Thunder, the old cold trickle paint. And it always looks good. That mellow yellow paint never goes out of style for me. It literally looks good on any car it's ever been on, whether it's been a Chevy Lumina, which it was the OG, then it was on a Monte Carlo. We've seen it now on a Chevy SS. It just looked good. We've seen them on the Impala. It makes me want a mellow yellow. Got a mellow yellow, Kane?
I don't. I've got a Mountain Dew at this minute.
Okay, paint scheme of the week is going to have to go to the number 12, Jacob Harbert's throwback Tide paint. Loving it. Harberts needs to try to regain some field position here. He's 23rd at the moment, or was on his entry to pit road. We'll see where he's at on when he comes through the timing line here. AKA the start finish line, 27th right now. So yeah, the 12 car's got his work. We've seen Harberts have some very fast race cars in previous week.
Ryan Luza back up to 7th now after his pit stop. Taylor Hurst back up into the number 1 spot. Ryan Lowe in 3rd. Joseph Galata, who we've seen pass all those cars real quick, he has made it up into 2nd.
Good battle going on between Blake Bryan and Brandon McKissick. That is the battle for 24th as the Exalta, or better, yeah, as the Exalta Chevrolet does make it out in front. That's McKissick. And these two having a good little fun time together. It's a battle for 24th, but hey, man, they're fighting hard.
So lap 36 here at Michigan International, and green flag pit stops kind of have thrown a little kink in the race.
Kane, what happened to Jarl Taheen? His day may be over. Bad damage on him as he's stuck in pit road. I'm trying to rewind real quickly to find out what happened to Jarl. Looks like it happened sometime on lap 30. I'm going to watch right here and see if I can find out what happened to him. I hate when that happens. Apparently my camera wasn't near it because camera cut out. Well, no, everything was fine at that point. I don't know, it's a mystery.
Robbie Vrabel Jr. up in the number 20 machine in 6th spot. He's got Justin Bolton just behind him in the number 2 machine. And Randall Fox in 8th spot in the number 25. Does that say Universal Forest Products?
Who's that?
The number 25 machine of Randall Fox. Yeah, it does.
And I'm clicking
Forest
on it now.
Products.
Yep, Universal Forest Products, number 25. Cool looking paint. I like the green and black. Very classic. Adam Benefiel in 9th place. In 10th, Nicholas Shelton in a very cool looking Target car. That's a unique Target logo and font. He's got a good run right now on Benefiel, and he will make the pass. So Nicholas Shelton does make his way up into 9th place, and the number 3 car continues to push his Target up a little bit more. You know, that's the fancy way you call Target.
That must be why I've never heard it said that way. I just haven't spent much time in the fancy land.
Target. Keegan Leahy in 11th. He'd love to get back into the top 10. Right now, the number 5. Boy, he's pushing. Lockdown Chevrolet has got his eyes set forward as Adam Benefiel is in 10th now in the 19 car, trying not to move back. We got some fast cars coming up. Here's the 14 down on the inside. The Black Adder going to make his way around the 27 car. Did he ever get back on the lead lap is the question. Gulata did. He has moved up to 12th place, and that is very impressive. He was a lap down, not even 15 laps ago, Kane. Here he is in 12th place.
Yeah, just after pit stops, he was up in 2nd, just behind Taylor Hurst. Joseph Gulata definitely flying here today. He must have gotten another green flag pit stop done and over with, and now making his way back through the field. Looks like these guys are getting about 20 laps and then having to duck in for a pit stop. So I would look for green flag pit stops to be going again.
Yeah, that tells me that it's obviously tires that is what they're having to go in for, because you can run 20 laps here on fuel no problem. So I'm assuming they're having to go in for tires, because we've seen the speed differential, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, Taylor Hurst, our leader, 8 seconds ahead of 2nd place Ryan Luza. So this race is panning out to be a very unusual one here, especially with all the green flag pit stops. It's definitely throwing a kink in this for a lot of drivers, I'd say. Joey Israelson making his way around Todd Guerin. It's going to move Joey up into 14th. Big race back around the 24th position. Got Richard Tyler leading the little pack. Then you got the number 12 of Jacob Harberts coming up underneath, and Nick Cooper as well in the number 32 machine.
Kane, you look at two different tracks. A lot of people obviously make the comparison between Auto Club Speedway and Michigan, and they are obviously very, very similar tracks, but they have minor differences. Out of the two, which one do you prefer as far as, I guess it's been a while since either one of us have been in the car, so I'll say from a broadcast point of view, which track, if either, is better, or are they just too much the same?
I like Auto Club better, to be honest.
I'm glad you said that. I think I lean more towards Auto Club as well. It's a little wider, but it's got deep grooves. This one has some grooves too, but the Auto Club, man, it is just something about it. You can see 3 wide here is pretty commonplace. You can see 4 wide it's rare, but you can see 4 and 5 wide at Auto Club. And 4 is commonplace, 5 is a little rare, but it can happen, and I love it. It's a very unique place, although they're very, like I said, very, very similar, exactly same distance as this track. It's pretty much the same layout, so very similar. They drive similar, but they are different.
Do want to remind everybody, while we got a minute, that JD and I will be at Talladega just a couple months away in October, around the 20th of October, I believe. JD
and I. It's the 21st, the weekend, 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah, the weekend, the 21st, 22nd, we will be at Talladega Raceway. So if you're going to be there, hit us up and we'll get together, visit, party, whatever we want to do there, and have a good time. So let us know if you're going, and we'll make it an event.
Yeah, we've been going the past few years now, and it's become kind of every annual event now, and man, just something about Talladega in the fall. It's just awesome. It's usually gorgeous weather, good friends, good food, good racing. Can't beat it. Kane, we got some cars in the infield here, and no caution. I'm going to try to find out exactly who was in the infield there. Let me go back and take a peek here. But yeah, I looked, and all of a sudden in the corner of my screen I see cars down in the infield, and oh boy. Looks like 23 Blake Bryant, one of the cars down there, and also the 28 machine of Trent Ringler. Let me see how these guys got down here. I'm surprised the caution did not wave. There was contact made on the track between the 23 and 28, and the 23 went directly down into the grass, which wouldn't cause. Look at the close calls. The 28 car somehow threaded the needle and pulled into Gatorade Victory Lane. That's one way to get into Victory Lane, but not the way you want to. Unfortunately, Trent Ringler involved. I'm really surprised that the caution didn't wave the way the wreck happened on the track, but luckily about 3 cars made it through. I'm going to try to watch this in slow motion here and look at some of the lucky drivers that made it through. One was Brandon McKissick. I mean, he did good, but then we had some real close ones right after. One was the 32 machine of Nick Cooper. And then the number 12 car was another one, the Tide car we talked about, Jacob Harberts. So just to name a few. And there was another close one behind him as well. But just good news, we've stayed green almost to the halfway point, Kane. In fact, we can pretty much in another 2 to 3 laps, we can do our mid-race report because it's gotten here already because we've just stayed under green flag.
Yeah, our leader Taylor Hurst in getting his fresh tires, maybe a little gas, and he's down and out now, back in 21st place.
Yeah, looking at Keegan Leahy in the number 5 Lockdown Chevrolet, he has made his way up to 4th position, and it's been kind of a rough day for him by his standards. Hadn't been rough, just kind of a mediocre run-of-the-mill day. He's kind of been stuck outside of the top 10, but he finds himself in 4th here at about the midway point. In fact, it is just over the midway point. And man, I tell you what, I was looking at the current lap on a car that was a lap or two down. This thing is flying by. In fact, once our pit stops cycle out, we'll do a full rundown. On his way out of pit road right now is Randall Fox. As Kane mentioned just a little bit ago, in the Universal Forest Products Toyota Camry. And let's see where he rejoins the track. He's going to come out and be side by side with the 7 car of Kevin King and the Team Losi Racing Chevy. And Kevin King going to make it by no problem. And now coming up on the rear, it's Joey Israelson Kane, who's listed in 7th in the High Performance Motorsports Ford Fusion. So we finally have a Ford in the top 10. However, he's going to get passed by Robbie Vrabel Jr. Good to see Vrabel back out on the track. He was in pit road for quite some time in the Team APC Chevy. And the 20 car of Vrabel Jr. back out on the track. Let me check. He is only 1 lap down, so he could find himself back on the lead lap. Hard to do when there hasn't been any yellows, but we've seen 2 cars do it today already, Kane. They did it the old-fashioned way, back on the lead lap under green flag conditions. Race your way back on the lead lap, and that is tough to do.
Yeah, Joseph Gulata now back in 26th position. He is back down down a lap. I guess he must have just come in for another pit stop, because he's back down in 26th. He was right behind Taylor Hurst, who's up in 18th.
Also, if you remember, the SRA Racing League Ford Fusion of Bobby Zielinski was the other driver that was a lap down, raced his way up. He's a lap down as well. However, he's trying to catch Jimmy Mullis in the battle for 21st place. Jimmy is a little ways ahead, but if the caution were to wave, Jimmy Mullis would be your lucky dog. So right now, Mullis is the current potential lucky dog in the number 9 iCar Chevrolet. And you never know when that yellow flag might go a-waving. This is Michigan, and like I said, I did call for green flag runs, Kane, but I was not expecting this.
Yeah, I wasn't either. This is a heck of a race these guys have. It makes it kind of difficult from a broadcast point of view, but definitely makes the race go by quick.
Yeah, if you had something you had to run and do, I mean, this would be the race you'd want. Very quick race. This happened to us in the Sprint Cup Series. Came when we went and watched Talladega last year. We had, what was it, about almost 3/4 of the race was completed before the first yellow even waved, and there was only one, I think, one or two. There was 2. I think there was one and then one at the very end. But that race was almost a record time for a Talladega race. It was only, right at 2 hours?
Oh, it was unbelievable how quick it went.
Yeah, I mean, when there's no cautions, it's amazing how fast a race can get over with. Boy,
Driver, you were just talking about just a little bit ago, Randall Fox. Randall just made his way around Keegan Leahy, making his way up through the leaders to try to get his lap back, and he's almost there.
Yeah, he's pushing that Universal Forest Products Toyota Camry right now. He's being followed by Vrabel Jr., who's also on fresh tires, and those two kind of working together to try to get back on that lead lap. Be fun to see if they do get it eventually. Here comes Vrabel Jr. trying to get around Fox right now. One's on the high side, one on the low. Which one's going to be the right road to pick? Looks like Vrabel Jr. has the right path. Comes back and cuts out in front of Fox, and he's going to continue to push. as he is in 21st. Long way to go, though, in this one. It's almost lap 60 in about a lap and a half's time. And I tell you what, caution will wave for the first time today. Your lucky dog will be Randall Fawkes. I apologize. It should be Robbie Vrabel Jr. as that pass is huge now, Kane. Now I'll try to find out where the caution came out. I was more focused on who the lucky dog was. Didn't even pay attention, and I don't see anything on this track for a caution. Maybe it was a debris caution that we had to do something to get everybody to oh, I found it. James Curl. Car got turned around a little bit. I'm trying to see what happened. I hate how it doesn't show me. I just saw his car turned around a little bit, and then the next thing I know, it's off my screen. It didn't show at all. I think it's a setting I have where it only shows 20 cars on the track. I need to change that on replay.
Yeah, James Curl just kind of loses it through turn 4, and he is able to kind of grab a hold of it. He don't hit any walls, just wasted a set of tires, but it looks like he's slowing down for a pit stop anyway. He got the car just out of sorts enough to bring out the caution, so he'll take it to pit road and get some fresh tires on that thing.
Much needed.
So the guys will come down pit road on lap number 60. First yellow flag of the race. Ryan Lewis is going to lead the guys down. Justin Bolton in second. Nicholas Shelton in third.
And the American Childhood Cancer Organization pace car is out there for the first time today as the guys go through the motions on our first caution.
Looks like Ryan Lewis is going to get out first. Nicholas Shelton with a gain on pit road. He's going to get out in second. Justin Bolton third. Keegan Leahy fourth. Christian Challoner fifth. And Nicholas Johnston sixth. Joey Israelson with a good position after that pit stop. He'll be in seventh. Blade Witt in eighth. Todd Guerin ninth. And Brandon McKissick rounds out the top 10 places here on lap number 61. Nobody chatting in the YouTube chat tonight. I've bounced back to take a look, answer any questions or anything like that that anybody would have during the broadcast tonight. A lot of times we'll get viewers that will correct some boneheaded statements or something that I make during the broadcast, but nobody chatting tonight. Alright, we're all set to go green here on lap number 63. These guys coming down the backstretch, getting all set up. They are properly lined up. The lights are off on the pace car. Ryan Luza will be taking these guys to the green flag. He's got Nicholas Shelton to the outside, Keegan Leahy and Nicholas Johnston back behind, Christian Challoner and Blade Witt, Joey Israelson and Todd Guerin, Brandon McKissick and Nick Cooper. Brandon Coppinger and Jacob Harberts all back behind. Pace car's off. Ryan Luza taking these guys to the green flag. He's got the number 3 and Nicholas Shelton outside. Ryan Luza with a much better start there than Nicholas Shelton. Nicholas going to make it go 3 wide. He's got somebody to the inside, somebody trying to get around to the outside. That's Justin Bolton and Keegan Leahy. Keegan is going to tuck back behind the 3-car Nicholas Shelton. And a fall in line. Justin Bolton still trying to get something done on the inside, but Nicholas Shelton with the momentum on the outside is going to hold on to that number 2 spot. That's a really good job for Nicholas Shelton with that much pressure to hold off and hold on to that second place. Was a great run. Of course, now Justin Bolton really putting some pressure there to the inside, going to come up on the inside of the 3-car. Looks like Justin might just get position here. He's going to take it side by side through the turn, but Nicholas Shelton, just with the momentum on the outside, is going to hold on. Still a battle for second. Justin Bolton is able to get around, but Nicholas Shelton looked like he's going to try to go under, but just not enough speed there. Justin has successfully got that pass made and is in second spot. Now Keegan Leahy coming up, going to want a piece of that number 3 machine. He just don't have the momentum either. He's got Nicholas Johnston back behind him in the number 22 machine. Nicholas Johnston with a pretty fast car here at Michigan today. Big battle back behind those guys, though. That's Christian Challoner, Joey Israelson, and Todd Guerin.
Yeah, fun battle going on right there. Joey Israelson down on the inside in the Infinite Creative Solutions. Boy, look at him. He's got a good run in the Ford Fusion there, the 17. He's trying to catch the Black Adder Camry. That's Christian Challoner. And right now, it's a fun little group here, and I don't want to take my eyes off. Todd Guerin giving it a push as well. Here comes Taylor Hurst. Kane, remember, he led a good part of this race early. And he finds himself in 9th place right now, trying to get back up in fighting position to win this thing.
Yeah, I think that yellow flag came out at just the wrong time for Taylor Hurst. Kind of put him mid-pack, and that's kind of a dangerous place to be sometimes. Today has been pretty easy driving for a lot of these guys. Not a lot of wrecks or anything, just the one caution from the spin out. So probably pretty safe being mid-pack back in the number 4 machine. A little scary there as he really come up on that 17 that we've been watching of Joey Israelson. Gets that past at least halfway done so far. Now he's going to take it side by side for another lap here with Joey Israelson up on the top side.
Look at this. Yeah, look at this right here. Good one with Keegan Leahy down inside of Justin Bolton as they fight for the lead. Bolton got a good run on the high side. He's going to go one-on-one with Ryan Michael Luza. Look at Michael Luza down the backstretch. He has a wonderful run. Not so easy, as he does not let Bolton get a wink of a chance there into turn 3. Great job right there from the race leader. Ryan Michael Luza has just been absolutely stunning this season. He has been a difficult guy to get around, and he has found himself almost a staple at the front. Every time you look, he has found his way up there. Keegan Leahy's got himself in a great position, Kane. Remember, I talked, he was hanging outside of the top 10 for the majority of the beginning of this one. Hold on, he may lose this third spot, though. The Speed RC number 22 Chevrolet going to make a pass. Nicholas Johnston is the car, and he moves up in third place. See what happens when I talk about somebody and try to give him praise? Caution's out, guys. Caution is waived for the second time today. And it's going to happen around Nick Cooper in the number 32 car. Let's find out what happened to Nick as he got a little bit of a bump from the rear there. That was from the 9 car of Jimmy Mullis. And Nick Cooper was running in the 8th position at the time of the caution. The number 32 Red Bull Camry hit the wall, got spun around, and caused the caution to come out. Might not be too bad a damage on that 32 car. But that Red Bull Chevrolet, it looked like a Chevy the way it was beat up. I'm just kidding. It was a Toyota. And he's going to have to go to pit road for sure and get that worked on. Pretty cool paint scheme there as well, Kane, on Cooper's 32 Camry.
Yeah, bad luck for Dylan Jones as well, as he was caught up in that somehow. I'm going to go back and take a look and see just exactly what happened to Dylan in the number 18 machine, as he found himself down in the infield spinning like crazy.
Starting to find some guys moving up, Kane. I'll let you do the replay, but I'll talk about that in a second. We've got some guys moving up. One of those being Jacob Harberts in the number 12 Tide car, favorite livery of the week there. And he's found himself up to 12th at the time of the caution. And remember, Kane, he was fighting for a lap down earlier.
All right, looks like Taylor Hurst is caught back up as well.
It's time for some big races off of pit road. Let's see who does it. Boy, I have my camera set where it looks cool, but I can't tell who won the race off pit road that way. And I'll tell you who won off pit road. Let's take a look at the front of the field as they try to catch the pace car. It's going to be Ryan Michael Luza, then Nicholas Johnston, followed by Justin Bolton, Taylor Hurst, Joey Israelson, Nicholas Shelton, then Keegan Leahy, Jimmy Mullis, then it's Jacob Harberts, Todd Guerin, Brable Jr., and Jeremy Davis. That is going to be about your front 10 or so. 12. Yeah, front 12. And we all get behind the American Cancer Organization pace car. We've had that pace car now for, I want to feel like a good part of almost a year, Kane. And we'll get another pace car. Of course, this is only the second pace car that I remember. We've always just had the iRacing pace car, and then we got this one.
Well, they started out with a Solstice, believe it or not, as the very first pace car. Or the first one that since I've been here, and then we got the cool Mustang pace car, and maybe they'll give us a different one in one of the next builds, maybe the Corvette pace car.
I was just about to say, how about a Corvette, or we got all these cool licenses now. Maybe they could even do like an Audi or something. It'd be cool. Surprise us all. Get a Ferrari 458 Italia. One day, my friend, one day, iRacing shall sign with Ferrari. I feel it.
That will make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, it will. And Ryan Michael Luza tries to go nose to nose with the pace car, and the pace car always wins.
I want to take a second for thanking everyone for tuning in here live on iRacing Live, or if you've joined us on the YouTube page, thank you for watching no matter where you're watching. We appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the NASCAR iRacing series.
That's it. That is it. Lots of fun stuff coming up in the virtual race world. We just got the Formula One game just came out, and then we're getting the first NASCAR game first NASCAR heat game since I think 2009 or no, had to be 2002. First NASCAR heat game since 2002. That's going to come out September 13th. I know it's not iRacing, but
Kind of a different genre. That one's more of the arcade simulator that a lot of people
it's
actually
exactly
like to
what it
sit
is.
down in front of the TV on their consoles and do some arcade racing. And that's where Heat made it kind of fun. Was it kind of made that uh, fun little racing with the kids and stuff on the console.
Shoot, man, I can do it right on the PC, man. That's the fact. That's the big thing now is coming out on the PC. And it's just interesting. I'm just glad to see that we have licensed titles coming back out, showing that racing is popular enough to sell. That's the key. Is it's popular enough to sell, and I hope it all does well. We've got a lot of big games through the years with Project Cars. Now a set of Corsa coming out next month. That one is coming out for the consoles, Kane. And just we got Gran Turismo coming, I think, and just so many. Which anytime a new GT Gran Turismo comes out, I have to get it just for a nostalgia factor. But that means GT Academy will be back. We'll be looking for some of our iRacing brothers to go whip up on some folks in the GT Academy. That was fun when that happened a few years back. All right, guys, let's get ready to go back racing. The lights are off on the pace car. There she goes down into pit road. It's all going to be Ryan Lewis and Nicholas Johnston on the front row. Johnston actually did really good considering starting on the outside line. He'll file in second place, and I believe he's going to give Ryan Lewis a good run for his money here, Kane. Here, he's had a good push right there.
Joey Israelson down on the inside gets around Taylor Hurst. Taylor's still fighting for that position as well. We'll have to keep an eye on Taylor Hurst, see if he's able to make his way up through the field to regain that lead that he's had for 32 of the laps here today.
Man, Justin Bolton I was talking big about Nicholas Johnston, and Justin Bolton right here. You were talking about Joey Israelson. He's right there. Taylor Hurst, don't count him out. He's up there all at the beginning of the race. It was all Taylor Hurst. So, really, you can't discredit any of these guys in the top five right now. Any of them have a really good chance to walk away with this thing. We're less than 25 to go. Justin Bolton with a really good run down the backstretch, but something is going on with this 22 car, Kane. Nicholas Johnston has really impressed me this race. I'm not even used to seeing this car. Up, and there's the caution for the third time today. The caution does wave, and let's find out why this third caution has waved. Oh no, hate to see this. The 26 car looks to be the cause, and also involved Randall Falks got kind of turned around there. That's Brandon Coppinger, and look, the damage may not be that bad. It's just the fact the cars got turned around in the right in traffic there, and that will cause the yellow to wave every time. I mean, he barely got turned. Oh man, so unfortunate, and that will bring out the third caution of the afternoon.
Just a little bit of contact from the 7 of Kevin King sent Brandon around.
Don't take much, does it? All right, we got us a Brad Keselowski paint down there. The 24 car Blade Witt. Thought I saw that earlier. Boy, weird seeing a Brad Keselowski Miller Lite paint scheme with a 24 number on it. Just looks funny, doesn't it?
It does.
It's like, I don't know, man. Oh, quite contrary there. Split decision as they go down pit road. Kane, I've found myself, and I don't, I've always liked Joey Logano, and good driver, good guy. And over the years, I've had some hatred towards Brad Keselowski for several reasons. But I don't know what it is about him. The more I hated on him, the more something started to happen. The more I started to like the guy. It's crazy. I like the way I don't know. I like the aggression he has when he drives. When he was young, it just looked like it was uh, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't not inexperienced, but just that young uh,
Arrogance?
arrogance. There it is. Gosh, couldn't find the word to save my life. Just that young arrogance about him. But now, as he has matured a little bit as a driver, of course, he's still got some aggressive tendencies. But I like that. I don't want somebody that's going to sit back and do nothing. I want somebody that's going to fight for a win. And but I really like him. He's come around.
Yeah, you say hatred that you had hatred for him, but I think I know you good enough to know that just because you didn't like him as a driver, you didn't
Oh
have
yeah,
hatred
yeah.
for him. You just
No, not hatred as a person, just hatred as the drive. You got the ones you love and you got the ones you hate.
yeah,
Hate's such a strong word, isn't it?
it is. Especially whenever I know you, and I know that you don't hate
Oh, that.
anybody.
Except for Denny Hamlin. I meant.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin, that's a close one. Because I'm the same
he,
way. I
he's
got
just.
nothing against anybody. Now, I do got the drivers that, that I'm not big fans of, like Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin, but if I seen him in the grocery store, I'd probably still get an autograph.
I would for everybody, but Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm right there with you. I probably would just walk right on by and be like, hey,
I'm.
that's
s-
that
I.
Denny
I.
Hamlin
You
guy.
know, he may not even be that bad of a guy, but when I met him, he was just a jerk. And he could have had a bad day, man. I mean, I know there's been times when I've been in a bad mood, and if somebody met me that day, they'd think that I was a jerk. So I don't know. Maybe I should reevaluate, but I just I do not know. That just it was a bad day for him, I guess.
My deal with Denny Hamlin all started back in the whole Joey incident where they got in that wreck and it hurt his back and all
Auto
that. Just the
Club.
way he handled that was just so wrong, in my opinion. Just kind
Yeah,
of took a lot of, I don't know, it took a lot of like away. I just didn't like him very much after that.
boy, there's a lot of folks out there. They just can't stand the whole Joe Gibbs team,
Yeah,
and you gotta love. I mean, that's a team right there that's got it going on, though. Toyotas are just.
so you've been
Have you
having a
noticed
great
the
time.
popularity of the Toyota in the series go up this season?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It wasn't that long ago, Kane. We couldn't find a Toyota on the
Whoa.
track hardly. What's going on with 29? Or was that the 28? I couldn't see it. It's in the corner of my screen. He just ducked down across the infield there. Yeah, that's the 29, all right. So what was going on with that?
I can't
Yeah, that
find
was
him in my
Jeremy
list.
Davis. Man, that's like his wheel cut off or something. He cut it. Well, he cut down the
Yeah, it is. It's
infield.
still wiggling all weird.
Yeah, it's wild. Then finally rejoins. That is wicked. Okay, I just didn't know what happened. That's interesting.
Well, another caution has come to an end here at Michigan.
Lights are off, and we're gonna get another restart up at the front here between Luther and Johnston. That was a great one on the last restart. Let's see how this one goes. And the pace car is itching for a left turn. It's itching for a sharp left-hander. There it goes down pit road. That's a big start here. Ryan losing with a delay, and it pays off. Good start there. And Johnston tucks directly behind Luza. Here comes Justin Bolton down on the inside in the number 2 car. Let's see what kind of run he gets. He's going head-to-head with Joey Israelson in the 17. It's a Chevy Ford battle. Israelson on the high side. Not in prime real estate, but we'll see how it goes as he does finally get somebody there to kind of draft down the straightaway with. as Bolton gets the advantage between the two. They are going door to door, Kane, not letting up. And Justin Bolton finally goes into third place, and Israelson's going to have to fight back from fourth.
Taylor Hurst back behind those guys. Definitely a driver to keep an eye on. He's led 32 of the laps here today, and he's wanting to get back up there and do it again.
Israelson coming back. He's not giving up on this. In fact, he's going to get back out in front of Bolton this time, Kane. It is a fun battle for third place between Joey Israelson and Justin Bolton. They're going to continue this thing. And as Johnston was coming up on the leader, Ryan Luza got a little bit of a nitrous boost there as he tucks in. Look at Justin Bolton cutting down on the inside. Can he get the boost he needs? Here comes Taylor Hurst as Bolton and Israelson are battling it out. Hurst comes up and it's going to try to make a double pass. Gotta love it. Boy, Justin Bolton got stuck on that high side there. Did you see that? It cost him to lose the spot there to the 4-car. And he's going to have to fight to turn that back, because look at Israelson. He is riding out. We are under 20 to go, guys. It is lap 83. Might as well go ahead and say the start of lap 84 of 100. And the guys are all single filed out all the way through about the top 25. And these guys are getting ready for the final push in tonight's race. It should happen within about another 2 laps. I think these guys will just put everything on the line and really go. We'll either hit a quick caution or they'll get a nice green flag run and give it everything they got, Kane.
As we're coming to 15 to go, let's take a look at the gains and losses and see who's gained the most positions to get up here to the front. Jimmy Mullis has gained 17 to get up into 7th. Robbie Vrabel Jr. has gained 19th to get up to 9. Jacob Hartwitz has gained 15 to get up to 11th. Matt Bontempi has gained 15 to get up to 16th. So a lot of big gainers here tonight.
Man, that's incredible to move up that much. Here comes a mover right now down the inside, the 13 of Todd Guerin going to get around Jimmy Mullis. And just a beautiful pass there from the number 13 Toyota Camry. And Jimmy Mullis in the iCar Chevy, not a fan of that pass. He's going to try for a little bit of revenge. Can't get the job done. He's going to have to hang tight behind Todd Guerin. That was a good opportunity, a good chance. Just didn't pay off. Couldn't quite get back around Guerin there. Justin Bolton, remember, he fell behind the 4-car of Taylor Hurst just a little while ago. And now he has finally regained some speed, and he's about within a car length of Taylor Hurst. It'll be fun to see if he can get back around Taylor, as all these guys, Joey Israelson and all the company, try to catch Nicholas Johnston and, of course, our leader, Ryan Michael Luza. And Ryan Luza is your pole sitter for the race, and with just a little over 10 to go, he is in the lead. However, we got a hard-pushing 22 car of Nicholas Johnston in the number 22 Speed RC Chevrolet. Tell you what, Kane, Nicholas Johnston has impressed me big time in this race.
Yeah, can't argue. He's definitely been impressive. And it's always good to see a driver that you don't see up at the front have a good race like this, where they get up there and get some good points and battling for the lead. So definitely a good run for the number 22 machine. Taylor Hurst now to the inside of the number 17 of Joey Israelson. Taylor trying to get his way back up to the front of this thing. He's running out of laps to get it done.
Yeah, that's the problem, is the lap count is starting to roll away. We're about to start lap 89 of 100, so it'll be 11 to go before you know it. Right now, Israelson in danger of losing a spot to Taylor Hurst, Kane, or better yet, Israelson trying to get a spot back from Taylor Hurst. Taylor Hurst did make it around Israelson, and remember, Taylor Hurst was the guy to beat early in this race. He jumped up from second and led this thing for a good 20 or 30 laps. and then had some issues, fell back, and has worked his way back up here late in this one. And now he's getting a good push at the right time. Trouble for Johnston. He's falling behind his Relson now, and that is a really, really crucial fault there from Johnston, as now he goes side by side with Justin Bolton. I'm going to go back real quick, find out what happened to Johnston there, because he was in a great spot just a half a lap ago to maybe get into the lead. Did he push too hard? Let's see. Let me get on him real quick and find out what's going. He's about a car length behind. Oh, contact with the wall. I missed that. And that contact slowed him down big time, and that is, wow. He hit the wall pretty good there, Kane. I hope the damage isn't too much for him to not be able to fight back. I'd love to see him get back up there. Right now, he is behind Keegan Leahy, and Keegan Leahy in 6th place, so that would put the 22 car in, whoa, very close moment there, as the 8 car getting around Johnston now was very close to making contact. Ooh, they're too close for comfort. Oh, there's the contact. I knew it was coming, Kane. Into the wall. That should bring out the caution. It will. And I just saw that.
Oh, Galata
with a blowover. What is going on? Pandemonium. I saw that one unfold, and I said it's too close for comfort. And the next thing I know, we are into the wall. And the next thing you know, we're flipping, and it's just going crazy. Ryan Lowe, that was the other car. I couldn't find out who it was. It was Ryan Lowe in the number 8 machine. And the 22 of Johnston comes across the hood of the 8 car, pins him into the wall. And when you're going over 200 mile an hour and you make contact, the 27 car, oh man, flies across my screen. And when I say fly, I mean literally flies across the screen. I'm going to have to look at this from several different angles. That is one of the hardest hits I have ever seen in iRacing that wasn't just set up to be that way. Oh, man. I mean, the 27 of Joseph Gulata, I mean, nailed. He nailed. How fast did the 22 car spin, Kane? I mean, how many? I don't even know if I'm going to try to put that in slow motion and count the spins of the 22 car. He went from threatening to win this race to that to gotta be done. I mean, I don't think that car has an engine left. All right, he gets hit. Let me see if I can do this. All right, he gets hit. 1, 2, 3. I got it in extreme slow motion. 4, 5, 6. He about 7 spins before he was able to do a quick toe out. Wow, what are your thoughts on that one, bud?
That was an awesome wreck.
That was a good one. And it happened just in the nick of time, because if it would have happened too much later, that would have ended the race. We should get a restart here. And it's only lap 93 of 100, so I'm thinking we'll get about a 5 or 4 lap race to the end.
Several drivers electing to pit with 8 laps to go. Of course, we've seen how good tires do here. These guys are at the end of a run, so drivers with good tires very well could make their way up through a good portion of the field. I would say if you were in the back half of that thing, you should have pitted.
And if I was in 5th place, I'd have pit. At the rate we saw those guys running earlier, throw the marbles in, man. Just throw it all in there. I mean, seriously, we saw guys gain laps back under green. And, you know, yeah, they did it. They needed a little bit more than 5. But I'm thinking, if you were to pit under caution right now, you're going to go back to about 15th place with fresh tires. You can make that happen with fresh tires. These guys have been on their tires for a while now, Kane. So
for about 12 laps.
Yeah, I mean, anything over 10 that's like that threshold. So I'd do it. I'd take the gamble. You know you're not going to do anything with old tires, so if you're sitting anywhere outside of the top 7, I say go grab them. If you're in the top 7, you've got your bed made. You got to lay in it and hope for the best. But if you're trying to get up there and win this race, you got to get some fresh tires.
Hey, our points leader ain't in this thing today.
Nope, Novak. Where's he at? He's driving the pace car.
There he is, yeah, driving the pace car.
Oh, man. I guess that is,
He does got a pretty substantial lead, though. He could probably skip this race and still be okay.
Yeah, but it is something to not see him in here. This is a good race. You don't want to miss Michigan. You got some tough ones coming up. Darlington is in the future, buddy.
Yeah, we've got a lot of kind of short tracks coming up. It's going to be some really good racing the next few weeks. You guys definitely want to tune in for that.
Darlington's going to be pandemonium.
Then we've got in the regular season, real season, we've got the chase starting. So I was thinking of maybe doing a if there was a chase kind of rundown in the last few races of the season once the real series goes into chase mode.
Ah, that'd be cool. Lights are out on the American Childhood Cancer Organization pace car. All fans in the generated crowd are pumped up, Kane. We're getting ready to see this thing. Is it going to be Ryan Michael Luza, or look who's on the outside of row 1? Taylor Hurst, the guy that dominated early. Can he get out there and take it away? Because I tell you what, since then it's been all Ryan Luza out front. And this has just been too fun.
Yeah, it's going to end about the way it started. And it's going to make for a great race to the finish here with about 5 laps to go once they get around there.
Yeah, end under green, or, obviously next flag will end the race. So, hopefully we end under green, but you got to think, if you're Taylor Hurst, you got to get up and get around, lose as fast as you can, because if the flag waves,
yeah, you got Joey Israelson and Nicholas Shelton back behind. So
yeah, I like the spot Israelson's in right now. He's in a good spot, and that's a Ford up there right now. We got an awesome, you got Chevy, Ford, Chevy. Oh, here it is. All right, guys, pace car is in. Will be the final restart of the race. Ryan Luza finally gets the bump. Israelson with a great start down on the inside of the second row. He's going to get ahead of the number 4 car and maintain, as he did an excellent job getting on the gas at the perfect time. Can he get up behind Ryan Luza? Ryan with a big gap right now. Let's see if he gets caught up in that gap, as Taylor Hurst had a really bad start considering.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. Oh, the caution waves, and that will probably do it, guys. That will probably put your winner is Ryan Michael Luza. Now, that is not guaranteed, but the caution is waved, and let's find out where that caution came from, because I'm sure about 90% of the field just groaned in the cars. It's from the 30 car involved. I don't know if he started it. Oh, no. He got into the back of the number 25 car, which, as you guys know, that is Randall Fox, and Fox went around. Then the 14, it was kind of like an accordion, just kind of train wreck there, and they got in the back of one another, and it brings the caution out. Very unfortunate. Guys just racing hard at the end of a race is all that amounts to.
Yeah, dang. Randall Fox had a great start to the race today. Really looked good early on. Ended up with some seriously bad luck toward the end of this thing.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a restart because it is already lap 97 of 100. We know we're going to have at least 2 pace laps, so that way you can have your, it's always at least 2, because you have to have the leaders pit and then the guys a lap down or more to pit. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to get a restart on this one. We're about to click over to 98 right now, so Luza knows pretty much got this bad boy won, and nobody should go down pit road. You would hope, anyhow.
Tell you what, Randall Fox was definitely having to wheel that thing after that contact in order to keep it going straight. He was wiggling that thing all down
Oh,
there.
I'm sure. I'm sure that messed up the steering, the alignment pretty good there.
Well, 3 laps to go. It's right on the border of if we're going to get a lap shootout here at the end or not. It's really hard to say.
I just don't see it because we're gonna have to get 2 more laps, or at least 1 more. We're not gonna. The lights won't cut off this time, and that means that we will not. If the lights don't cut off this time, you won't get a restart. So it's interesting to see. I've been wrong. iRacing could have rewrote something in their code.
Well, I tell you what, a great start from Joey Israelson. A little bit of a bad start from Taylor Hurst. Really put Joey Israelson in a great spot. He got that move done just in time before the caution flag come out. That moved Joey Israelson up into the 2nd spot. So if this thing is over, Joey Israelson got up into that 2nd spot due to a great restart from him.
It was a great restart. And here it is, moment of truth. Will the lights cut off? And negative. So, that means we will end under caution. Ryan Michaeluza takes the cake, brother.
Well, he's led 63 laps today, and Joey Israelson has led 2. Taylor Hurst has led 32. Then there's somebody else has led 1. Nicholas Johnston has led a lap.
That means Ryan Luza has led 68% of the race. I can 63. Do some quick percentages for you. Or 63, yeah, so far.
Yeah, when there's 100 laps, that makes it nice and easy to do the percentages.
You're not supposed to tell everybody that.
Almost feels like cheating a little bit.
No, man.
Kind of like figuring change out of a dollar bill.
Yes, sir. Daggum, man.
I was hoping this thing was going to finish under a green.
Too.
Taylor Hurst was on his way up, start on 2nd. Bad restart. Joey Israelson comes up. He was going to make it a great race to the finish. And then we still had a few laps left for Taylor to get something going, see if he could get back up there. But if not, Joey was definitely going to put a run for the money on that number 1 machine.
Here comes the money. Well, Kane, the argument has got to be brought up again. When will we see green, white, checkered, or even more, I like even just bring in our modern form of NASCAR's overtime into iRacing. I like that. It works out great. And just give us something. All we need is that 2-lap finale here, and we'd all be happy.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. It must be awful hard to code or something. There's got to be a reason we ain't got it. I'm sure it's probably the most requested thing.
You would think so. In fact, I'm gonna start asking around until I get a good answer, just to see if anybody knows for a fact if any of the higher ups from iRacing have stated the reasoning behind that, because I don't think it'd be that hard to code, considering the things that they add all the time that change racing formats and things like that. So I'm curious. I really wonder if it's some other reasoning behind it, is like they don't want to they're worried about guys getting too aggressive on, I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning behind it is, but it could be hard to code. I think at this day and age, they could be able to do that, no problem.
Ryan Luza coming around to the finish line. He's scared me a couple times with his wavy driving.
I know he's getting all crazy with it, but yeah, he has taken Michigan, guys. Let's get ready for this burnout in the grass. Take it to victory lane. There it is. You're there, bub. And Joe Israelson's going to go through there as well.
There he is, your winner, Ryan Michael Luza, in the number 1 Infinite Creative Solutions machine. And then, of course, Joey Israelson there in the number 17 machine, second
He's going to
place.
assist him, an assisted burnout from a teammate there. And how come my smoke isn't on?
I don't know. I think just because they're burning out. I think if they were beyond that 30 degrees or whatever, sliding, I think we'd see a lot of smoke. But I haven't seen any smoke today, as a matter of fact.
I have, but not now.
So high performance.
Oh, there it goes. Now they got it.
There it was.
So you got to be sliding around, I guess.
So a good 1-2 finish there for High Performance Motorsports. Those guys definitely putting on a show for us here at Michigan. Well, since that's over, let's do a rundown and see how everybody finished out the race tonight. Of course, we had Ryan Luza in the number 1 spot, Joey Israelson in second, Taylor Hurst with a 3rd place finish, Jimmy Mullis in 4th, Nicholas Shelton finished in 5th, Justin Bolton 6th, Todd Guerin with a 7th place finish. 2 good weeks in a row for Todd. That's some great racing there. Adam Benefiel in 8th, Keegan Leahy in 9th, Robbie Vrabel Jr. with a top 10 finish tonight. Awesome. Matt Bontempi in 11th, Kevin King with a 12th place finish, James Curl up into 13th, Jeremy Davis in 14th, Randall Fox managed a 15th place finish with his bad luck toward the end of the race. That's a really good job considering. Blade Witt finished in 16th, Christian Challoner 17th, Brandon Coppinger in 18th, Jacob Harberts 19th, Bobby Zielinski with a 20th place finish. Brandon McKissick, 21st. Ryan Lowe in 22nd. Nick Cooper in 23rd. Nicholas Johnston, 24th, with after a late race ordeal. Joseph Galata in 25th. Dylan Jones in 26th. Richard Towler in 27th. Blake Bryant, 28th. Alan Bowes, 29th. Trent Ringler, 30th, 54 laps down. Jarl Taheen in 31st, and Zach Novak in 32nd. So he actually did grid up for the race. Something happened there. He's 71 laps down. So Zach did start the race today. There went my TeamSpeak froze up for a second.
Mine did too.
So we do got a couple drivers in ready for post-race interviews, which are going to be fantastic. Got both the winner and second place drivers here for an interview tonight. You ready for a post-race show, JD?
I am. Although I'll let you drag our drivers tonight, because when I drag them, I mess them up.
I just got to find on the screen the winner. Where did he go? There he is. All right, so let's bring in the winner, Ryan Luza.
All right, Ryan, welcome to the post-race show. How are you this or evening, I should say?
Pretty good, JD.
Man, good race tonight out there, Michigan, a fun track. and really good performance early in the race. Taylor got out front, and he led about the first 30 or about 30% of the race, but after that it was all domination by yourself. Congratulations, man. Tell us how you did it.
Thanks, man. That first run, I was a little sketchy about the weather. We got really cold weather, so I was just trying to save tire. And once I got a hold of it, I just kind of went right to the front and got by Taylor. And I was really, really good on the long run, especially after saving. So thanks to LDR for the setup advice and all the guys at HPM. Car was really good.
It was very impressive, man. It kept its speed really throughout the runs. One thing we noticed is guys were having to come in after about 20 laps or so. Was the tire fall off that bad, or was there fuel needed at that point?
No, it was just people like in the hotter races, the tire fall off was really bad. But whenever it was this cold, I really knew it was going to be better to go 33. 33 lap runs, especially if we went green the whole way. So it was just people trying different strategies. Really, we had enough fuel to go probably 42 to 45 laps.
That's what I was thinking, and we mentioned it several times. We saw guys coming in after 20, 23, 24 laps, and I just couldn't figure it out unless the tire fall off was just that much, because we did see some of the guys from the back, they'd get fresh tires and they were regaining their laps under green with fresh tires. So I did understand that, but for others, I just it didn't make any sense. That's why I was trying to figure that out. But man, the car was outstanding tonight. I mean, it just looked a league above the rest.
The car was really good, really, really good. I was secretly hoping for this weather because I knew we were really good in the cold weather. And if it was hot, we'd have our work cut out for us. But thankfully, we got the cold weather, and it was just a really fun race. And it's fun, like you can go so hard at the beginning and lose time at the end, or you can save and go really fast at the end. I like how iRacing has done that, and you have the ability to save tires or not save tire.
That's it, man. That's absolutely right. Let's talk one big race coming up next week. Of course, we will be at Darlington for 183 laps. To me, the hardest oval that NASCAR runs on. What are your thoughts on Darlington and what you guys got coming up next week?
It's definitely going to be tough. I think we'll be fast, though, because we're going to be building for a peak. So we'll have a good set, and we'll just try to stay out of the wall.
That's a good way to put it. I mean, it's so hard. It's just a tough track to be fast at Darlington. Just the line you have to run that's so close to the wall. It's so hard. For me, it is. Anyways, but I guess for you guys, it's a little bit more acceptable. I guess you could say for it's not as hard. But I wish you guys the best of luck. Once again, congratulations, Ryan, on a phenomenal performance. And we wish you the best of luck at Darlington, man. Is there anybody you want to thank for your run?
Just all the guys at HPM. Great setup, and for thanking for all the work they do. So, and thank you guys. I enjoy being able to go back and watch the broadcast and hear you guys. So, thank you guys, and I hope y'all keep doing it.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, thanks again, and congrats on the victory. And we look forward to hearing from you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Absolutely. That is Ryan Lewis, everybody. Congrats to him for a big win. Let's talk to next, Kane. I'll let you bring in the next one. Let you make that call. Guess we'll talk to Joey Israelson. Joey, welcome to the post-race show. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great after that. How are you guys?
Doing good, man. The 17 is what you're in tonight, and that car looked really good late in the race. It actually looked good through a good part of the race, to be honest. Kind of walk me through some of tonight's race. How did the car feel through the beginning, middle, and then, of course, obviously it had to have been great at the end?
Well, we started off really tight in qualifying, ended up qualifying dead last, and worked our way up from there. Car was still tight in the beginning of the run. Put some wedge into the left rear. She became a whole different animal after about halfway, and we just kept on digging, making clean passes, and It was fun.
It looked like you were having fun out there. Several good battles you found yourself in through different parts of the race. How was it near the, or excuse me, what was the best battle you found yourself in through the race?
Trying to pass Justin there at the end. Probably with 40 to go to get into 1, 2, 3 position with HPM. They were really encouraging me, and they helped me get them around them, and it was just awesome.
Fantastic. Also, good job there with the assisted burnout there at the end with Ryan. That was unexpected.
Yes, we got a little bit of team orders to go do a nice burnout, and I was happy to help. And
It looked good, man. One more question for you, a big one. Next week is Darlington, man. To me, the hardest oval that we go to. What's your thoughts on it?
I'm thinking the same thing as you. It is going to be a tough one. I'm going to have a real hard time keeping it out of the wall with this. The setup is just on rails. You got to be perfect with it, and that's the track where if you mess up a little bit, you're going in the fence. So that's going to be the biggest. That's going to be the biggest challenge of the night.
Tough stuff. Well, Joey, congratulations. Good race tonight. And we wish you the best of luck at the tough Darlington next week.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's bring him on in. Jimmy, welcome to the post-race show. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good, JD. How about you?
Yeah, doing great. Getting excited. Watching you guys. Big race tonight. Ended under caution, unfortunately, but lots of back and forth. A lot of green flag run. Tell me your thoughts on Michigan and how your car felt this evening.
Tonight was really good for me because it's my first time back for the past couple of weeks. Actually, I've just been, taking some time off. But Michigan is probably one of my favorite racetracks to go to every year, and I ran pretty good earlier this year, and to come back and top it off again with another top 5 really means a lot. And but yeah, I ran pretty decent all night. Started really bad because I didn't qualify, but to have those long runs, they really helped me out because I felt like I was a lot quicker than most people. So it ended up working out.
It looked good. Everything looked good. The car looked good. Everything, out there. But one thing that really got me was watching you guys run over the course of the race. I was talking a little bit with Ryan earlier. I noticed a lot of guys were coming in after 20 laps or so, and I was assuming that was from tire fall off because obviously you think you guys could run a little bit longer on fuel. What was the case kind of with y'all's strategy throughout the race?
Me personally, I wasn't really involved in the choice of the strategy. I just kind of followed what my team was saying, but I'm pretty sure it had a lot to do with the way the tires were falling off and stuff. Because it was pretty big, especially when you consider me and the guys I was working with. We were doing like 25 lap strategies, and I made up a lot more time than I think I would have if I did a 30 to 33 lap strategy like I've seen most people in the field do.
Wow. Okay. Well, good stuff. I mean, like I said, it was a different for everybody out there, but we just were not expecting under green flag conditions for you guys to be coming in that quick. But obviously, with new tires, it seemed like they had a big advantage coming out of pit road. So, but anyways, man, it was a big finish for you. 4th place tonight. Awesome stuff, man. You could take this, put it in the positive column, and get ready for a very tough oval next week. We're going to Darlington. What are your thoughts on Darlington?
This will actually be my first time running anything at Darlington, like seriously an open or anything. So it should be fun. It'll be quite an experience for me, and I'm pretty excited, to be honest with you.
As you should be. To me, it's the hardest oval the NASCAR races on, and I wish you the best of luck, especially you saying it's your first time racing it in the series, man. So we wish you the best of luck. We'll definitely be watching for you next week, pal. Anybody you want to thank for your run?
Definitely Team APC for the setup and, just giving me the opportunity to work with them. And Routing Graphics for the awesome paint scheme, iCars, and High Point Bank for being on the race car tonight.
Fantastic. Well, as always, buddy, it really is a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for coming and having a chat with us. And we look forward to watching you take the track next week at Darlington.
Thank you, buddy.
Absolutely. And that is Jimmy Mullis, everybody. All right, guys, let's bring in Adam Beneful, who finished in 8th place tonight. Adam, welcome to the post-race show. How are you?
I'm here.
He's here. All right. Well, we're glad to have you here. Tell us a little bit of something about your night here at Michigan.
It was eventful, that's for sure. First laps we got to run was in qualifying, so I thought I done laid down, track record qualifying lap. Ended up P15 on the board. So, no, I mean the race dropped. Green flag dropped in the race, and we ran the same car that our teammate Taylor Hurst ran in the DWC race last night, and it was feeling pretty good. It was making our way up through there pretty nicely, and I think it was like 5 or 6 laps in, we were passing for 10th and coming out of 4, and all of a sudden, it was fine, and then it broke loose, and we went for a little ride through the grass and got it back going, and then crew chief Shane Miller, he made some really great calls, and we were fighting behind the 8 ball all night, and right there at the end we finally put ourselves where we could come away with a top 10, came out P8.
Wow. Okay. Well, not too shabby. Let's talk a little bit about what's upcoming for you guys. We'll be at Darlington next week, and we've heard different opinions from some of the guys on it. To me, the hardest oval that NASCAR runs on, period. What is your thoughts on Darlington and what you got to do next week?
It's, it is hard. There ain't no doubt about that. It's a tough track. It'll reach out and get you. If you really got to hit all your marks, because you're running so far up the racetrack by the wall. But it's fun. Brings in a lot of concentration and focus. So car and setup has a lot to do with it. With any kind of open racing, but also that track kind of brings the driver out and being mentally there and focused. So I like it. It's fun. I think we'll have a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing what you guys got to bring to the table next week, Adam. Congratulations on a race tonight. I know, like you said, you can always jump better, but man, if you get in there, you give it your best. It's always something you can take to next week and hopefully bring yourself to a better finish next week, man. We're happy as heck to have you here, and we wish you the best of luck. Anybody you want to thank for your run?
Yeah, all the guys that won up in APC, they worked really hard for this, to put this car together. We had a good run last night, and we had 4 cars that were in the race tonight, finished inside top 10, so that's saying a lot. So appreciate to them. Appreciate to you guys, by the way. Taylor Hurst wanted me to tell y'all hey, and we'll move on to the next one.
Man, that sounds great, Adam. Tell Taylor hey, and he had a good run tonight too. I know he would have liked things to went a little different, but man, his car looked really good tonight. Tell him he better come talk to us next week. We'll be looking for him at Darlington. Same for you, Adam.
Yeah, man, he's a little pansy, so he's too tired.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. That is Adam Benefil, everybody, and Benefil. Is that right? Say it properly so I don't mess it up.
Adam Benefil.
Okay, so it is Benefil. Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot, and we'll look forward to hearing you next time, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Kane, you pick the next one. Bring them on in.
Border mode. I can't.
All right, Robbie, welcome to the post-race show. You have to quit talking to your buddies and come talk to us, bud. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Let's talk about your run tonight. First time I noticed you was in pit road early in the race. What happened?
I was really tight. I couldn't get through the center at all. I was struggling real bad. So the first opportunity we all had to get to pit road, I jumped all over it, just trying to loosen this thing up.
And how'd that go for you?
That helped. The second run was a little bit better. It was still tight, so we threw more of the same adjustments at it and made it a lot better. The second half of the race, the car was awesome. It was finally getting through the center, and it was a little tight on exit. There wasn't a whole lot we could do about that, especially there at the end, staying out on old tires, just trying to get what we could.
Absolutely. Well, making the right adjustments pays off. Obviously, the second half of the race felt a lot better for you than the first half, and something you can take with you for the next time you guys hit Michigan. But you got to get your preparations in order for Darlington next week, man. I'm stoked. It's such an incredibly challenging track. What are your thoughts on the old lady in black?
I'm excited. I get really excited for every track that we go to, and Darlington's its own challenge. You don't, for me personally, I don't ever race anybody around me. I just try to focus on the track and the line and just deal with cars that are around me in the best place possible. It's a fun track. I love being right up against the wall, and Darlington's the best place to be getting up there to do it.
That's right. I mean, you think about it by theory, if you really never race people, if you just race the track, by theory, you'd always win if you have the fastest time, overall time. So, and that's it's so true with Darlington. You can't worry about the ones around you as much. You have to race the track because what happens, a lot of guys get caught up, and the next thing you know, they're racing guys around them, and that's when they get in trouble and get into the wall, and then they're racing with damage. And look, Darlington's tough as it is without damage. Then you get some damage done to the car. Oh man, I can't imagine how hard it is to wheel that thing through there without scraping. So it's just an incredibly challenging track, and we wish you, of course, the best of luck. It's going to be a fun one, and I'm stoked.
I'm glad you are, because I am too. I'm really excited. I kind of wish it was Wednesday already, 'cause I'm looking forward to it.
Man, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you did get everything under wraps in this race. I know it's always tough when the car comes in and it's extremely tight and you can't get it to do what you want it to and get through the turns like you need to. But glad that things did turn around for you. And overall, I thought it was a really good recovery for you guys, especially if things weren't working out good at the beginning. Way to stay in there over 100 laps and keep your head up and turn something out of nothing.
Oh, thank you so much. All the credit goes to everybody at Air Precision Chassis Works and One Up Motorsports. Without those guys, finishes like this don't happen. So definitely want to thank them. And I know Adam touched on it already, but 4 cars that finish inside the top 10, that's pretty sweet.
That's awesome. No, it's absolutely fantastic. And a lot of people that just come and watch the show, I don't think they realize what goes into these races behind the scenes. And I'm not talking about on our end, I'm talking about on y'all's end. These cars go through hours of practice each week. These teams put in tons of brain power and just to get these setups just right, get the cars to race like this, because without it, you just couldn't be competitive. I mean, it doesn't matter how good a driver you are. When you come into a group like these guys, this group of drivers, if you don't have the car that is there to complement the driver, he's going to have his hands full all race long. Is that correct, Robbie?
Absolutely. You hit the nail right on the head. Every word of that is 100% true. It takes a lot of time and patience to get these things dialed in. And I know for Taylor and Tyler, they spent a lot of time with Jason trying to get their stuff ready for peak. I can't even tell you how many hours they spent in 2 weeks trying to get the car ready for Michigan. And they were running really good last night. They felt very happy with it. So it's nice to get a reward like that when all that hard work is paid off.
Yeah, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. Like I said, I know a lot of the viewers don't understand the back work that goes into it. A lot of them, I guarantee you, think you guys show up and hop in a car and go, and it's not even remotely close to that.
Well, I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it was that easy, everybody would be there. That's
Absolutely.
that's the thing. But you guys are in the top split of the NASCAR iRacing series, and for that, you all deserve to be commended for it, man. It's extremely difficult to get to where you at, nonetheless to finish well. So yeah, big round of applause for all you guys, and we look forward to seeing you next week, Robbie. Anybody you thank for your run?
Well, you guys for doing the broadcast. It's very nice of you guys to come do this on your own time, and I know I enjoy going back to watch these, and I know a lot of other people do as well. So you guys, and then again everybody at Air Precision Chassis Works and What Motorsports.
Well, we sure do appreciate it, Robbie, and we look forward to seeing you next week, man.
You got it. Take care.
And that is Robbie Vrabel Jr., everybody, and Kane, jump with it. Zach, no race tonight. Zach, how you doing, pal?
Not very good. The finish wasn't very good tonight, of course, but
I thought you were driving the pace car tonight.
I've talked to you guys every week, so I thought, why not? I'll come in and hang with you guys.
Are you mean to tell me you weren't behind the wheel of the pace car tonight?
No, I was out there for the first 40 laps until not even that long, I don't think. Maybe 25, something like that. Something like that. I've been having these issues and with my computer and stuff, and I thought I'm thinking now that I need to go and look into getting them fixed because it is stressful, man.
It is. Look, I understand 100%. Kane and myself have them, and when we're trying to get a broadcast going in time and things like that, and when programs don't want to act right, and iRacing itself has given me troubles, it's extremely frustrating, especially when all you want to do is get loaded in and broadcast. I mean, I'm sure it's the same. Racing is the same. You're already getting a little bit stressed out about the race. You got to be mentally prepared for the race, and then when you start having to stress about what's going on with the computer and everything else, it takes your focus off the race, and the next thing you know, you have to get back focused. And that's what happens with Kanan and me with these broadcasts sometimes when things don't go right and we're not able to get into the race on time, and then we're not focused on what we wanted to be focused on. We're focused on making sure our equipment works, and boy, it's just a mess. And I'm sure that's exactly what you're talking about there. So I feel your pain. We've been there, trust me, and thank God
even tonight
that
had that
Kane
stupid Air 61.
worked so hard to get me this new PC, because beforehand I was on a laptop, Zach, and it was just absolutely horrifying.
Yep. Well, I just wanted to make sure I stress this. No matter what the finish is, everybody back at my team, Zero Gravity Racing, does awesome work. We were struggling a little bit in the beginning, but we took a big swing at it. My spotter and crew chief Dylan Kapisky did a really good job at taking a swing at it. We felt really good until it was about 6 laps, but it was something. It was definitely a step up from the first run. So I felt really good there, and I'm just so proud of the work that everybody does, and I can't stress enough how hard everybody works on these setups and these cars to get them ready for me.
That's awesome, man. I'm happy to hear that, and I'm sure that they're glad to hear that, man. It's all hard work pays off. It really does. You get out there and you start, but you're on top of the points and things like that from hard work. It makes huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, I knew we had a good car, for the hotter weather at least that was. We actually participated in the biggest SOF ever on iRacing on Monday night, and I think we worked our way into the top 5 at one point in that race, and I was super proud of our performance, and I was hoping for the same thing tonight, but the weather didn't work out in our favor, and it really just wasn't our night tonight, I guess.
And that happens, man. Sometimes it don't matter what you do. Luck, it just isn't on your side, and that's when you just have to drop back, punt, and try again, man. And that's exactly what we're going to do next week is Is one of the toughest ovals there is in Darlington, and we wish you guys the best of luck out there, Zach.
Thank you guys. Yep, it's going to be my first time racing NIS Open there, so hopefully it can be a successful uh, first time, I guess.
Man, that's awesome. That's 2 of them tonight that have said it'll be their first NIS Open race at Darlington. So, man, that's a lot to look forward to next week. Keep your head up, keep it high, and come back out next week, man. You never know. You might go out there and win that thing.
Hopefully, anything can happen at Darlington. So.
Absolutely. Well, Zach, as always, buddy, we really appreciate you coming and chatting with us. And yeah, a lot of folks think you have to win or finish in the top 2 to come interview with us. But no, man, we want to hear about all the stories. So if you had a remotely interesting day, even if it was bad, it ended early. It doesn't matter. That's especially want to talk to you to find out what happened. So, Zach, we really appreciate you coming. Anybody you want to thank for your run?
Yeah, I want to thank Zero Gravity Racing for all their hard work. I can't thank them enough. Dylan Kapiski, he does an awesome job spotting me and keeping me calm during the races. And he also does a great job on top of the box, crew chiefing for me. And Cinch Jaming for being on the card today.
Man, absolutely. And as always, we thank all you guys for coming out here racing and coming and chatting with us and giving us these interviews fun for us, and it's also fun for the guys, the viewers out there watching. So we appreciate it. Kane, I'm going to let it roll with you, buddy. I haven't heard your voice in a while.
Well, that's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys coming in for the interviews. It really adds that much more to the show. I guess that's it here from Michigan. We'll see you guys next week when we go to the virtual Darlington, the Lady in Black. It's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely a tough race for these guys next week, so you'll want to tune in and watch that. It's going to be a good one. Back in 2014, JD, if you'll remember, we went caution free at Darlington. It was amazing. So
yeah, incredible.
So anything can happen at Darlington. It can be, some awesome wrecks and some awesome racing, and it can also go caution free and just be an amazing race that way. So definitely a race you'll want to tune in to watch, because a lot of great drivers will be there to entertain you guys at Darlington next week. So tune in next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on V8's Online or on iRacing Live.
Fantastic. Well, guys, that's it from us. We wish you all a wonderful, wonderful week, and we'll be here Friday night for the V8 Supercar America Series. And if you want to make that, of course, we'll be back same time, same place next week for Darlington. Y'all have a remarkable, wonderful week. We'll see you later. Y'all have a good night.